Hello, this is Mark LaRochelle from Productive Computing and Productive Computing University. Thanks for joining us on this video. We wanted to share a preview of a lesson from a certification preparation course that we created in partnership with Claris. This free course teaches you how to build a basic Claris FileMaker Pro app from the ground up. Not only does the course teach you the very basics of FileMaker Pro, but the lessons are created to assist you with obtaining your very first Claris FileMaker Pro Associate certificate. You can take this free course and find certification information at Claris Academy using the link found in the video description. Now, the Claris Academy courses are just the beginning. If you want to explore the Claris platform in far greater depth and take things to the next level, we invite you to consider our training at Productive Computing University. There you'll find courses on all aspects of the platform, including FileMaker Pro, FileMaker Server, Claris Connect, Claris Studio, API integration training, and more, delivered from seasoned professionals with decades of experience in the field. See the links in the description to learn more, and now enjoy a 5-minute preview from this lesson from the Claris Academy course. In this lesson, we focus on working with containers. Let's open up our file. And a container is a special type of field that allows us to store and maintain files, images, sounds, movie clips, and documents, including PDFs. So let's navigate to our film's layout, and then go right into layout mode. This time, let's add the field using this option at the far left on this left panel under the field section, and we'll click the plus button. This is another way to add fields, and it can be quite convenient, especially if you're already in layout mode at the time. I'll call this field logo, and we'll make it a type container. Then I'll drag the logo field onto the layout, and we'll start to work with it. Now you'll note that when you create a new field, it's likely that because of your preferences, it's putting all new fields here on your layout for you automatically at the bottom. Now would be a good time to show you where that preference is, and now that you know the basics, it may not be necessary to have every new field show up at the bottom of your layout. So to change that, on a Mac, you'll go to Settings, under the FileMaker Pro menu, or the Claris Pro menu. For Windows, you'll get this under the Edit menu. Then select the Layout Preferences, and you'll see an option here that says Add Newly Defined Fields to Current Layout. I'm now going to deselect that because I find it a little more convenient to add the fields directly and not have to continuously clean up the layout by removing new fields at the bottom. So I'll push OK now. Now let's adjust our logo. We just want this to be a small logo, almost like an icon or just a miniature picture, just to give the film some additional identifier. I don't need the label, so I'll delete that as well. So there's our logo field. We could make it square versus rectangle. If you wanted to do that, you can select this position option and have it sized equal on all sides. I can also hold the Option key or the Control key on Windows as I move this, and it will align itself automatically as a perfect square. I'll go back to Browse mode, and now we have our first container field. Now to work with container fields, you simply click on the container field, and you can go under the Insert menu and insert a picture or a file. In this case, I'll insert a picture. On my desktop, I happen to have a logo here called logo.png, and then I'll insert this. Now there's my miniature logo here as a dedicated container field right next to the movie title. Now, of course, I can position this anywhere I'd like, but it gives you an example of how container fields can be useful to bring your records to life. To clear the container, I can just click on it and then use the Delete key on the keyboard. I can also right-click on the container and insert pictures that way. I can also right-click and cut, copy, or even export the image. If I export the image, it will give me the chance to export my image again. I'll just say logo 2, anywhere I'd like. I can also have it automatically open when it exports those contents. So here's my logo 2, I'll put it on the desktop and I'll click Save. There's our logo that we told to open up the moment it exported. And of course it shows up on the desktop as well. So I'll close this now, and I'll delete the extra logo from the desktop. Now let's suppose we want to store the signed contract for this movie. I'll create a dedicated tab for that here in my tab control. I'll go to Layout Mode and double-click the tab control, and on our fourth tab, we'll create something called Contract. And this will be an area where we can store an actual contract. So let's make a new container field for that, and we'll call it Contract. It's already set to container type because of the last field we created before this. Now I can drag this contract over here to the Contract tab, and we can give it a label. And we'll make this quite a bit bigger. Let's say something like that. Now, although I have the option of storing an image, just like you saw in the logo example, you also have the option to make this interactive, which gives you a lot more functionality, especially when it comes to working with PDFs. So to make this container interactive, I can have it selected, and then I can use this fourth option here, the data option, and then go down to the bottom, and there's an option that says interactive content, specifically for PDFs, MP3s. Well, that was just a 5-minute preview from a lesson that we created in conjunction with Claris for Claris Academy. If you want to take your knowledge further, consider enrolling in a course or a course bundle at productivecomputinguniversity.com. Details and links are below in the description. Thanks for watching.